1, 2, 3. It would appear that nothing can halt the recent upswing in silver prices. Francis Hunt, a technical trader, has adjusted his price target for silver to $330. What on earth is happening? The gold and silver you need can be purchased online at SD Bullion. Visit sdbullion.com/new to purchase gold or silver instantly. Much obliged for your time. My deepest gratitude is due for it. I am completely astounded by the current state of precious metals. The current price of silver is $46.56. Gaining nearly 3%, it is up $0.25 today. The price of silver is now just $3.50 short of its all-time high. This is as crazy as it gets. There are other things going up besides silver. An ounce of gold is getting close to $3,800. Its current price is $3,792. It's up nearly $40, or little more than $40 1% daily. Thus, precious metals are utterly dominating it. And that's because of today's economic news. Even while I anticipated volatility, I did not anticipate this level of it. You can find the economic calendar here. I mentioned yesterday that, depending on the numbers, we might see some fireworks today. Plus, every one of them meets the expected standards. We can see the real figure on the left. This is the figure that is expected. The inflation figures were thus entirely consistent with expectations. What this means is that the Federal Reserve can keep cutting rates as they see fit. Inflation ticks up once again, PCE reveals. But not by enough to worry the Fed, according to this headline. Currently, price increases are not causing a delay in rate decreases. And if you prefer it that way, here is the official government website where the figures were issued. The PCE price index rose 0.3% in August, as you can see for yourself. That is to say, it was completely consistent with their expectations. Looking at the target rate probability for the upcoming October meeting, we can observe that the likelihood of receiving that second rate decrease has increased. We can expect a little higher probability of receiving the third rate cut in December. The price of gold and silver will rise as a result of this. And that's likely the primary explanation for their meteoric rise today. This morning, my wife showed me this article. She saw the recommendation on her phone first thing in the morning. The headline states that the price of gold and silver surges as coin merchants see an influx of Ohioans. Here we have a piece of local news that is more or less filler. It all starts with these pieces, though, right here in your own town. We also do not reside in Ohio or any such place. The trend, however, begins with these minor pieces before gradually making its way into the mainstream. This is the first evidence that something like this are appearing. The woman in this video is probably just like the rest of us. When it comes to gold, she has no idea. Here, let's just watch the video. This evening, we will be discussing potential sources of income for you. People are selling their possessions in droves as the price of gold and silver soars tonight. The current price of 1 ounce of gold is close to $4,000. Everything you require to know is explained by Kevin Landers. In this coin shop in Grandview. Imagine a miniature treasure hunt. You may have heard that the price of gold and silver has skyrocketed. Whenever there is a significant increase in the price of gold, investors begin to flood the market. Laura Callister of Worthington is liked by many. She claims she had no knowledge of the increasing value of gold when her mother died, and she was left with jewelry that she seldom wears. Absolute nonsense. I wasn't planning on selling anything, to be honest. I just didn't know when to. With any luck, her mother's gold will fare better than the other valuable metals she possessed. The low worth of her jewels has astonished me as well. she had a lot of them. Gold amounted to little more than $1,300 per ounce on average in 2019. With a rise of 184%, the average price in 2025 was close to $4,000 per ounce. Nearly the same time period, the price of silver increased from little over $17 per ounce to slightly over $44 per ounce. There was a rise of 148%. Finally, that's all. Those figures are a little off-kilter, but I believe the public is beginning to notice that gold and silver are on the rise. The sale of some of their cherished heirlooms and antiques, along with investments in precious metals, might keep the fires of demand for gold and silver burning brightly. Here is the article I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Silver is being quoted by Francis Hunt at $330. Francis Hunt is not related to the Hunt brothers in any way. A technical trader is all he is. He brings up an intriguing argument, and he's been doing this for almost 30 years. This chart originally belonged to Francis Hunt, but Silver Ape King uploaded it on X. A cup and handle design is what it is. Here is the cup for your viewing pleasure. The price of silver reached $50 per ounce in 1980 and again in 2011. Finally, the handle has been located. The price of an ounce is about $50 again. The forecasts further indicate that silver will rise to this line. At $330, you are there. Be careful not to dismiss it as absurd just yet. Keep in mind that after adjusting for inflation, the all-time high price of silver is actually more than $600. Using inflation indicators from the 1980s, it's not completely ridiculous to predict that silver will reach $330. According to the report, there is a passing of wealth from one generation to the next. According to market analysts, silver has set off a huge quarterly cup and handle breakout, which might lead to a new high of $200 to $330 per ounce. This isn't your average market maneuver. From a debt fiat economy that is about to collapse, a wealth preservation exodus is about to begin. The result is what is known as a perfect storm, a convergence of technical and fundamental factors, or the breaching of technical levels. Breaking above $44, the long-standing resistance level from 2011, confirms that a generational breakthrough is taking place on quarterly timeframes, according to silver's price. This is one of the most important indications for precious metals in the modern era, since each candle signifies 3 months. Last but not least, they say that the debt fiat system's collapse is intentional. If you take action before the breakout becomes uncontrollable, silver offers the ultimate escape hatch. In my opinion, silver is still an investment opportunity. If you buy before the price reaches $50 per ounce, you'll be ahead of the game, in my opinion. But after that, the quantity and velocity of silver's ascent into unexplored waters are anybody's guess. I intend to tell you the truth. The 2025 performance of silver has surprised me. Actually, I was hoping it would go up. I had no idea it would soar to its current level. On the day, it's 3% higher. This is getting ridiculous. We're getting close to $47 per ounce. Thus, silver reaching $37.50 was actually my forecast for this year. And we accomplished that in July. From that point on, we had gained nearly $10. This is becoming ridiculous. Going forward, I am genuinely unsure of what to anticipate. I am uncertain. These are the times in which we find ourselves. Gold and silver, in my opinion, are excellent investments. Do you have any predictions about the future of silver? Please tell me in the comments area. Much obliged for your time. Until my next one, take care. Discharges Silver Dragon. This was transcribed using turboscribe.ai. Remove this message by subscribing to Unlimited.